This job, we try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody. But you don't give up.
New York, Washington, D.C., Sokovia.
Okay, that's enough.
Captain, people are afraid.
That's why I'm here. We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game.
I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
I know we're not perfect. But the safest hands are still our own.
I was wrong about you. The whole world was wrong about you. They're coming for you.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
This doesn't have to end in a fight, Tony.
You just started a war. Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to roost!
Hey, everyone.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. They totally did the thing. Spider-Man is in the Captain America Civil War trailer, so let's break it down. Hey everyone, how's it going? What's up? Odds were actually on them not using Spider-Man at all, but I totally love the costume, and they animated his eyes Deadpool style. It's only a coincidence that I actually put on my Deadpool shirt this morning. So starting at the beginning of the trailer, what it looks like is going on is that they either have Winter Soldier in cold storage, or this is where Hydra is keeping him stored, because it looks like they're using him as proxy for Nitro in their version of the Stanford incident. In comic book Civil War, Nitro ended up going nuclear and blowing up a whole bunch of school children in a big area of the suburbs. So that's what's happening later in the trailer with Black Panther here. So it seems like that's what inspires him to go after Winter Soldier. So you see him chasing him down, you see Cap getting caught in the middle of it. I love the fact that it seems like they're running faster than moving cars here. When Cap's talking about not being able to save everyone all the time, he's talking about collateral damage, and that's why Thunderbolt Ross is playing that Phase 1, Phase 2 PowerPoint presentation. Aliens, Hydra, Ultron. Scarlet Witch throwing up in her mouth just a little bit. I love the way Cap looks at her and notices and tells Thunderbolt Ross to just shut it down. Just like, this is bullshit. All right, we've heard enough. We understand. Iron Man enters the equation probably because of what happened during Avengers Age of Ultron, when Scarlet Witch gave him those visions via the Mind Gem about this future path of destruction that they were on. He's probably still reeling from that. He is textbook post-traumatic stress, so I'm guessing this awesome undersea prison is Stark Tech. I love the editing here. The safest hands are still our own, as Iron Man is putting his glove on to stop Winter Soldier's bullet. And I'm wondering if Winter Soldier is actually trying to kill Iron Man, or if Iron Man is just stepping between him and his target. He might be present for this Stanford incident. The way they edit the trailer makes it look like Bucky's shooting down War Machine, but this is a giant energy blast that looks like it's coming from Vision's Mind Gem. And technically, this is happening during their big IMAX sequence. It's this big 15-minute scene that I'm guessing, because Spider-Man is in it, is going to be their big third act battle. So heartbreaking. I was wrong about you. Iron Man's talking to Captain America when he's saying that. The whole world was wrong about you. That's because Cap chooses his friend over what Iron Man thinks is right. They set the movie up to intentionally make you question who is in the right, because Iron Man isn't wrong, Captain America isn't wrong. Depending on whose perspective you take, you're always doing the right thing. Iron Man is always going to think that he's doing the right thing. Captain America is always going to try and do the right thing. They're just using Bucky to put Captain America in opposition to Iron Man. Plus, Cap probably isn't too hot about secret undersea prisons that nobody knows about. Something feels really sinister about that. If you're reading Marvel Comics right now, S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually using the Cosmic Cube to rehabilitate prisoners. They use the Tesseract to change their reality, to make them into different people, and it's like forced rehabilitation. It's very Clockwork Orange, where they kind of brainwash villains into being good, but it's all Maria Hill. When Cap finds out about it, he's just like, what the hell have you been doing? This is crap. When Iron Man tells Black Widow, they're coming for you, I wonder if this is happening early in the film and he's talking about actual villains, or if this is later in the film and he's talking about the security council that they form. Like, they know about the red on your ledger, they're coming to make you atone for that. She is Team Iron Man, but Scarlett Johansson explained that it's just because she has so many reservations about saving Bucky, because the red in his ledger is so much worse. We gotta talk a little Spider-Man now. The rumor is that this is actually in Aunt May's apartment. Cap has his shield in this, so I'm wondering if this happens before that big battle with Spider-Man where he shows up. Spider-Man is supposed to start out on one team, end up on the other, which is kind of how it goes down in the comics. In the comics, he started out Team Iron Man, then went Captain America. It might be the other way around in this, but I'm really hoping that it actually is comic book Civil War style, where he starts out with Iron Man, he gets some tech for his new spider suit, which it looks freaking badass. I love the way they animated his eyes so much. Then has the moral dilemma and goes Team Cap. Interesting scene here. This is actually taking place connected to that other scene where we find Winter Soldier in cryo storage. So this might be happening relatively early in the film, but I can't believe that they would come to blows so quickly. So this might be happening at some other point. I find it hard to believe that they would be fighting at the very beginning of the film. Usually things go from strained, bad, to worse, to dead-looking people. Black Panther versus Winter Soldier looking pretty freaking badass. There's some claw marks on Cap's shield in some of the pictures that they've shown too. So you have to remember that Black Panther's suit is vibranium weave, just like we learned during Avengers Age of Ultron, the most valuable substance on Earth, and the humans use it to make a frisbee. So you can actually make all kinds of stuff with vibranium. So imagine a suit that's as strong as Iron Man's, but as lightweight as Captain America's. Plus he has some pretty awesome vibranium claws. Scarlet Witch versus Vision looks like she's controlling him, and when you look in the background, does this not look like a giant Jenga puzzle that maybe Vision has been working on this whole time? What have you been up to? Just pondering the meaning of existence, working on some Jenga. And then probably the other biggest WTF scene in the trailer next to Spider-Man, they actually do the comic book thing where Ant-Man rides on one of Hawkman's arrows. You can see he's flying onto Iron Man's armor. It looks like they're trying to use him to disable Iron Man. Captain America versus Crossbones, this is actually supposed to happen relatively early in the film. This might be the final battle of the film. Now I know I said the IMAX scene is that big one on the tarmac, it's supposed to be 15 minutes, it's going to be spectacular. This might be the actual last battle, the one where someone really does wind up dead. And I don't think they're going to kill Iron Man. I think it's more likely that they would go with comic book Civil War. I could do this all day. Where have I heard that before? And then we get the splash page IMAX scene that I was talking about. Let them fight. Alright, I've run out of patience. Thwip. Yoink. Hey guys, what's up? This really does look like he had some help from Tony Stark designing it, because he's supposed to start out in this really lo-fi teenage-looking version of it. I just love how expressive his eyes are. They did that during Deadpool, which is a relatively new thing for comic book movies. The reason you do this is because, one, it's just like the comics, and you can use his eyes the same way you would use someone's face. When he gets really mad, when he's happy, when he's crying, you see it on the way his eyes change. So this is really interesting face storytelling that's going on that we haven't seen before, except in Deadpool. Deadpool is just the most recent example of a movie that's tried that. Because this looks so awesome, just expect them to do this with more comic book movies where people wear masks and they use animation to make their eyes move so they don't have to take their masks off. So let me know in the comments what's your guys' favorite moment from this. I'm going to take a stab and say probably Spider-Man showing up. But if you didn't know, Daredevil Season 2 is dropping a week from Friday. I'll be doing videos just like I did for Jessica Jones, all the other Daredevil stuff I did during Season 1, so be sure to subscribe to get everything. There will be more Captain America Civil War stuff, just maybe one more really big trailer, a couple of teasers, and then the week after Daredevil drops, we're gonna get Batman v Superman. So shit is on. I am so excited for the next 2 to 3 months. And Game of Thrones is in there too. I know it's not Marvel related, but it's gonna be freaking awesome. While you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here for all my Captain America Civil War videos, and you can click here for the Game of Thrones Red Band trailer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.